So the Yankees and Blue Jays split a doubleheader today, and 1-1. And the first game, the Blue Jays took by a score of 2-0. It was the Alek Manoah show. If you don't know, Alek Manoah is their #1 prospect pitcher, and what a great debut he had. It was fantastic. He stymied the Yankees the whole entire game. I think he threw 5 2/3, and the Yankees just couldn't hit him. And so it was a heck of a debut. His family was there. They were all excited for him. It was really good to see. And there was nothing really to report on the offensive side for the Yankees. But Domingo Germán did throw another good game. He did take the L, but he also threw, I think, 5 2/3. And remember, these are 7-inning doubleheaders. So Yankees bullpen, cleared the rest of the game scoreless. And but again, he just got beat by a young stud rookie who, of course, made his debut against the Yankees, and of course, it was a sterling one. So congratulations to Alek Manoah. And that was just another thing, from my opinion, for the Yankees to worry about now. If he gets more opportunities, adding him to that rotation is going to make it harder for the Yankees to beat them. I'm at least happy that they split the doubleheader, because earlier in the season they would have just dropped 2 games in a row, or maybe even 3 games. And so this is a little bit of a different Yankee team, even though they're kind of decimated right now by injuries. With Hicks out for the entire year now, they confirmed that today. Voit and Kluber out for probably at least 8 weeks each. So those are the 3 main ones. Now we've got Darren O'Day coming back soon. Zach Britton coming back soon. So we do have some guys coming back, but it's still going to be. They're going to need to make a couple of moves at the deadline or before the deadline. I think they should be before the deadline, but we'll see what they do. Cashman tends to be on the patient side, but I don't want him to be way too patient and have nobody else available because other teams beat him to the punch. So, but that was the first game. There was really nothing much to report. The second game was a Montgomery versus Robbie Ray. Montgomery threw about 5 innings, and then he left with a 3. They were tied. No, they were actually up 4-3. And he got himself in a little bit of hole in the beginning with some hits, and then Bo Bichette hit a home run, put them up 3-0. And then the Yankees kind of clawed back. Aaron Judge tied the game with a 2-run home run, making it 3-3. And then some clutch hitting. And Estevan Floreal did make his debut today. Yeah, they called him up this morning, played this evening, and he went 1 for 3 with a double. And I don't know why in the world Gary Sanchez tried to go from first to home during that double, because he was thrown out at home plate by about 100 feet. The catcher was just like, come on, waiting for him to tag him. So, and I don't know why he would do that. This isn't Brett Gardner or Tyler Wade jetting around the bases. He runs like Steve Balboni. Okay, Steve Balboni, if you remember him, he was a former Royal and a Yankee. One of the slowest runners ever. Gary Sanchez fits the same mold. Whether it was a base running blunder or the coach sent him, either way, no good. But at that point, the Yankees were up 5-3, so that was good. Montgomery threw about 5 innings, and then he was relieved by Wandy Peralta and Johnny Loizaga. They kept the score down, and then Chad Green came in and closed it out in the 7th inning. So to complete the victory. So it was good to see them split the doubleheader. And again, I said this before. This is a different Yankee team, a better Yankee team than they were the first month of the season. But that said, they still need to make a couple of moves, and I'm hoping that Brian Cashman is proactive more than he is patient this time around, because I have a feeling with the injuries that are piling up across major leagues and teams striking fast and striking early, that a lot of the players that could make an impact might very well likely be gone already and traded to other teams. So I'm hoping that he doesn't wait until the absolute last minute like he normally does at the trading deadline to make any moves. So I don't think it's a good idea. But again, I'm not the GM of the Yankees. He is, so we'll see what they do. And again, keeping in mind they don't have much payroll flexibility, so they do have to stay under the $210 million threshold. So those moves are going to be contingent upon that, and they're going to depend on that criteria as well. So, and I think they might be like $3 million under, so there's not much to work with. Obviously, they'll offset some salary by moving some guys, but chances are some guys will be on minimum salaries, low salaries. I mean, you can't move Aaron Hicks now because he's missing the whole year. His injuries are untradeable. So, and he would have been the one with the most reasonable contract, about $10 million per year. That would have been a nice offset. So, but we'll see what happens now. I mean, at least, Floreal being up gives them a little bit of flexibility in the outfield. I'm still interested as to whether they're going to bring up Chris Gittens, I think, as a power right-handed bat to help, infuse the lineup a little bit with a little right-handed pop because Stanton's out and Voit's out. Even though Stanton's coming back soon, I think another guy like that would give, and again, it would give Stanton a day off, and it would give some of these other guys, an opportunity to have a day off or whatever it is. So you could plug him at first base on occasion. So he does give value, and I know that, but I know they're looking for a left-handed bat. So, and in my opinion, I think there's a couple of switch hitters available that I think would be better options, particularly with Hicks out, and younger switch hitters with multiple years of control. I did a recent video on that, left-handed bats available, realistic possibilities. That's in the description. So, and I think they need to bring in a pitcher. I did a video on that too, realistic trading traits for pitchers. So, if you haven't seen them, take a look at them then down below. And that's pretty much the recap. It's short and sweet today. They split it 1-1 with the Blue Jays, so it gives them at least the momentum. I'd rather have them lose the first and win the second than win the first and lose the second, in my opinion, with a team like the Blue Jays, because they're a young, athletic, dynamic, scrappy lineup, and they take advantage of any momentum they get. And I do think if the Yankees are going to make a pitching corresponding, any kind of pitching move, hopefully they keep in mind a pitcher that has a good record against these Blue Jays. So, because I think that they're going to be harder to beat, and they're going to get better for the next quite a few years. That's a young, really, really good lineup, and they're reminiscent of the Tampa Bay Rays the last couple years. So these guys scare me, the Blue Jays. But we'll see what they do. So be on the lookout for my recap tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Talk to you then.